Bong, 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 bong. Crypto Frog in the area. Stream. Illuvium. ILV is about to melt everyone's fucking faces. If you've been a long-time viewer of the channel, you'll know that I'm retardedly bullish on Illuvium. I'll pronounce it how I want. I've been watching videos about sorry, I had to tweet it out. Double tasking, multitasking. Thumbs up for the algo. The time is almost upon us. It's coming. Land sales coming June 2nd. We're going to get into it. Alluvials. Game. Pure sex graphics. 200 plus developers working full time. And still exceedingly cheap in my opinion, for what it's worth. Thumbs up for the algo. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to chat, I'll have a quick look at your chats. I got my laptop to the side of me. If you would just like to support the channel, please subscribe. That would be excellent. And disclaimer, no financial advice shall be giveth. If you want to follow me on Twitter, CryptoFrog202, top boy. If you want to support the channel, because literally over 50% of my streams get demonetized. Become a subscriber. It's that simple, isn't it? Let's do a quick check on the oil price of the big three. 1 Bitcoin is under 30,000 tether. 1 Ethereum is under 2,000 tether. I got fucking terror on the brain. And 1 BNB is worth 330 tether. But today we're going to talk about Illuvium, and the time is almost upon us, ladies and gentlemen. The website is at an overhaul. Staking V2 is out. The game is about to drop. And shit is about to get real. You can check out... Oh my god, the trailer looks ridiculous. I showed like a normie buddy this trailer, and he was like, what the living fuck is this, and why haven't I heard of it? Let me turn this down. So I'm going to play it. I don't know whether you've seen it, but it's been watched a million times already. But it is ridiculous. Let's start out by watching this. It is gravy like your mother used to make. Now I must point out that, of course, aluminum. What is we call it? Aluminium in the UK. Aluminum. That of course, game trailers show off the best aspects and whatnot. This is actually premiered on October 30th of last year. So we're now in the middle of 2022. So this came out like 6-7 months ago. We're going to go through like some of the tokenomics, etc., because this is a cryptocurrency channel. That's what we're not really a gaming channel, so to speak. Not much of anything of a channel, just Crypto Frog in it. But I played this to them, and they were just like, oh my fucking god. It was a chick too. She was hot. She is hot. I think it made her a little moist. I mean, talking to me, what can you expect? Look at that. Jesus fucking Christ, yo. Together. I can't, still can't get my head around like how many people aren't ready for what's about to fucking happen. It's crazy to me, but here we go. Fight for Ethereum. Now, a lot of people have just seen this kind of octagon thing that they fight in and just assumed that is like the be-all and end-all of the game, but it's very much not that. That's part of the game, but the whole, it's like a world RPG exploring worlds, and there are fucking so many like different parts of the Illuvium world in which you can partake and just wander around and try and find items and shit, try not to get killed and shit. I like dragons and that. Fucking hell. Someone's asking in the chat, do we know the release date? We know that the release date of the open beta is going to be kind of like end of June, and then probably the full launch is probably going to be sometime in the summer. It's going to be on PC, it's going to be on Mac, it's going to be on mobile. I don't know whether it's going to be on any consoles, but imagine that if it's on fucking PlayStation 5 or some shit, that'd be fucking legendary. Sony would be like banging on the door like, yo, Warwick bros, sort us out. I mean, this could easily be on PlayStation 5. I think there's something like 1.5 million people registered, and they're doing like closed beta right now, testing or whatever, with like a couple of thousand people. That's why it's occasionally on crypto Twitter you see people showing screenshots, and they have like streamers who are showing their screenshots of it and all that, and they're all like glowing reviews. But I think they're still working on certain aspects to make sure it's completely ready for like full public release. Plus the best thing as well, it's a play to earn aspect to it, but then if you just want to play for free, you can play for free as well. Obviously if you load up on gadgets and weapons and shit using ILV, or you can buy an ETH, or you buy a land sale or whatever, you'll be in a better position to monetize your gameplay, etc. But how it differentiates itself from like anything else is that they've spent a lot of time making sure that it's going to be like really fucking fun to play, and all the reviews I've heard thus far from independent people just playing it on themselves are, it's really fucking fun and it looks fucking sexy as fuck. As far as I know, with the auto battler game that you're kind of looking at here, is that you kind of put your characters in your team in place, and it's based on strategy. You kind of work out your positioning, you work out the strengths and weaknesses of your team in comparison to the other team, lay it out, and press go, and then it just goes. But the other side of it is when you have free reign, you can just run around, look around the world. I don't know whether you're confronted with like enemies you have to fight along the way. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, because I have not been one of the chosen ones to have been given privilege to play the closed beta yet, but we'll see. Just a metal rhinoceros charging at you? Fucking hell. It always gives me goosebumps. It's just fucking epic. Imagine when they have the actual real trailer. Shit! She's got the alluvials there, the NFTs. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, think about like where we are in like the blockchain gaming, and what this is doing is like basically everyone was playing like tennis with like wooden tennis rackets, and all of a sudden Andre Agassi shows up with a tennis racket made by like Adidas or whatever. It's like, fuck you guys. And he's like banging aces down at like 125 miles an hour. They're like, what the fuck's an ace? Normally we just play gentleman rules. You know, Agassi, aka Illuvium's like, fuck you, I'm fucking acing every time. Goosebumps, yes. Do Flamingo. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. So, let's put the tunage back on. Oh yeah, baby. Split. So you can give them a follow. I left a link in how to follow Louboutins in the video description below. So they have their land sale that's coming up on June 2nd. And the best thing is, if you have your Louboutins staked, 100% of all the revenue from Illuvium, not just the land sale, but the sale of the Louboutins, the NFTs, the revenue from the game, the revenue from any merchandise sales, the money from any sponsorship deals that people have attached there, like stadiums in the land they buy, the revenue from subsequent games that come out from Illuvium, the land that people buy for this Illuvium sale is going to be able to carry over to other games in the series. Because don't be under the impression that Illuvium's going to come out and then it stops there. No. Anyone who has like staked Illuvium, and now if essentially the circulating max supply there LBRY is like 7 million Illuvium. I don't know the exact market cap, it's probably under 300 million right now. I mean, we're in a bear market, isn't it? But I mean, I think regardless of the bear market doing whatever it does, there's very few coins. I think Monero and Illuvium are the ones that I think will just fucking flourish regardless of what the market conditions are, to be quite frank with you. So there's going to be 5 tiers of finite land plots, and it's all going to be like a Dutch auction. We'll get into that in just a minute. Extract fuel for use in the games. Scan your land for alluvial blueprints, and Zero mobile companion game. Fuck yes, Illuvium Zero. And look at they've been kind of teasing like these regions. So this is the Helix Sea. Journey from the Great Obelisk into the center of Takifugu's dome outward to witness the region's vast coral structures, vivid plant life, and alluring waterfalls. Jesus fucking hell. They got this little... So it's not just that little purple thing. They got different arenas too. So this guy, this lobster dude, he's like rocking up and he's ready. He's taking on like four dudes, like just fucking wrecking them in this kind of like a urban setting. There's like fire dropping from the... I mean, people are going to be like, all the big boy streamers are going to be streaming this 100 gazillion%, and people are going to be going nuts for it. You know how like they have these, the fact that you can fight for Ethereum and all that jazz. I mean, a lot of these Twitch streamers do like shady shit. I got my thumbnail from this absolute beauty. Imagine if you minted an alluvial and you minted this bad boy. Fucking hell, bro. Come on now. ridiculous. They've also made it cartoony. Look at this. Some fucking gangster ass ninja hedgehog. Fuck yes. But then also, as you can see from this clip here, you kind of got your like world exploring thing where you can just like burn around and like look for shit and explore the world. Explore the worlds, I should say. So in case you get like bored of like winning 15 Ethereum from losers who can't play properly, you can have a bit of an explore. Fuck yes, sort me out. So anyway, there's this channel. This is the main reason why I made this stream, to be quite frank with you, because this Illuvium clips popped up. I'm subscribed, as you can see. Subscribed. And so basically the founder / co-founder Kieran Warwick and his brother and a couple of other dudes involved in the creation of this game have been doing interviews, etc. And this basically cuts it into short bite-sized pieces. I left a link to this channel in the video description below as well. But I wanted to start out by taking a look at this video here. It's the first one they posted. It's like earning in Axie Infinity versus earning in Illuvium. So this is Kieran Warwick. He's the co-founder of Illuvium.
I just don't see how this economy can be sustainable. It just doesn't.
So he's talking about Axie Infinity, saying how like he doesn't know how the Axie Infinity economy can be sustainable, which clearly isn't.
Makes sense.
The thing is, I find by watching these videos, it's like not just Kieran, but like other people involved with the project. It's like, now these are like proper like entrepreneurs and people who've thought shit through to the letter. I mean, you don't just make a game for the span of like going on 2 years with 200 full-time developers and having like people banging your door down from like Sony and other game developers saying, "Oi, can I work on Illuvium?" for no fucking good reason. I mean, I don't. It's very funny because whenever I make tweets about Illuvium ILV on Twitter, mostly like they go unnoticed. It seems like I don't get much interaction on them, but I just think you're like missing. You're not seeing the wood for the trees, is what I reckon.
We went with a different sort of a model, and we would have ran into the exact same issues that Axie did.
So basically, they looked at what Axie's issues were, and they kind of went through and said, would we run into similar things like that? They kind of figured, oh yeah, we might do actually. So let's take it back to the drawing board. But he goes on.
Except what we've done essentially is your way to earn in Axie is by breeding and then going and selling those Axies.
Plus, Axie Infinity is boring as fuck. And people basically just don't want to play it that much that they pay like people in like Indonesia like 5 rupees an hour to do it for them and then give them half the earnings. People who play Illuvium are actually going to play it because it's fucking fun.
That's right. And then or selling the SLP, right? You can do either or, right? They're the two avenues. Whereas with us, the way to earn...
By the way, I just want to point out the fact, I think it's his Skype connection, the reason why his face is a bit blurry.
Is you go into this overworld, you start capturing these alluvials, and obviously the more...
So basically, you can, once the game's out, you can go out into the world, like fucking Legend of Zelda style, like Link or whatever, and just go out and catch as many alluvials as you can. But he goes on to explain the tokenomics of that aspect of it.
You spend, the higher the tier of alluvial you're going to be able to capture. But you then have the ability to go in and battle other people, and you can battle for ETH, you can battle for the in-game rewards that we give out. But the main thing that you can do is that you can sell those alluvials as tradables, almost like Pokemon was back in the day. And
it's going to be an absolute madhouse when this launches. People fucking just going mental, looking everywhere.
And the issue that we were trying to solve early on was, if we have 150 characters and we allow people to continue catching them over and over and over and over and over.
Now, this is key.
The value of these alluvials is going to go down over time, simply due to the fact that the scarcity isn't there.
Right.
What we've done is we've said at a certain point, so it gets harder and harder to capture an alluvial the more it gets caught.
So basically saying, so if an alluvial's been caught like 500 times, for example, at that point, like a bonding curve will kick in, and it will become that much more difficult for anyone within the game to catch that same alluvial. So the maintenance of a degree of rarity will be kept within that alluvial, said alluvial.
Right, so they're all tied to a bonding.
Oh, you pronounce it wrong, Frog.
Curve, and so the creatures that are being caught the most are the hardest to get.
Beautiful. Right, let's talk about the revenue distribution.
So what is revenue distribution?
There's
And
something
how does somebody...
Right, so this is this guy Andrew Wall interviewing same guy, obviously the picture. I believe Andrew Wall also works for Illuvium as well. But revenue distribution. So this is more in regards to what the holders of the token. Disclaimer: I have a bunch of Illuvium staked, and I got locked up for 12 months. God dang right, beautiful. Give me those rev distributions, baby. Divvy me up, Kieran.
So what is revenue distribution?
There's
and
something
how does somebody take part in this? You got to break it down.
All right. So the really, really cool thing about revenue distributions, a lot of people, if you don't go deep into it, then and on the surface.
Now, I must say that when I first got into Illuvium, I didn't know like how fucking epic this is going to be. So I suggest you check it out.
First, it sort of looks like, okay, they're going to take all of the in-game transactions and they're just going to send that out to the people who are staked in the protocol proportionately. That is true. However, there's one more mechanism there which gets me really, really excited, because you got to remember, this has never been done before, certainly not at this scale, you know?
Never been done before, certainly not at this scale. Listen to the rest.
I've been in a lot of protocols and I haven't seen this before. Essentially, what we're doing is we're taking all of that ETH from the in-game fees and
all of the ETH, all of it from the in-game fees, and they're going to market buy Illuvium with it.
not just the in-game fees. We're talking about the Illuvium Zero fees. We're talking about merchandise fees. We're talking about sponsorships. Absolutely anything that makes revenue inside the Illuvium ecosystem.
Everything
Goes inside a vault. Now, periodically, that vault will trigger and it will purchase ILV off the market. Now,
So what do you reckon is going to happen to the price? I'll let you fucking deduce that.
Now, why that's so exciting, right, is because if you think about it, if you look at like some of the other games out there that are live now, the revenue that they're generating, and they don't even have things like skins and enhancement and fusing and revival and like the 50,000 other in-game transactions that we have were there.
So basically you're saying that the games out there now are already making a ton of revenue. So what happens when Illuvium, which fucking blows them all out of the water, comes along, plus has about 50,000 times more revenue streams, comes along, all that Ethereum is in the DAO, and periodically, boom, fires off huge market buys of aluminum.
And that vault is then going to, the smart contract is then going to buy all of that ILV off the market. Now, yes, that gets distributed back to the stakers.
So they're going to buy, so they might buy like a fucking 5,000 aluminum. And yes, that's going to get distributed back to the stakers. But that is going to cause, like, it's like those disruption things that were kind of in vogue like a month ago, last century in crypto world, dog years, like that, but on absolute retarded steroids. But all of that market bought aluminum is going to be distributed to the aluminum stakers. Now there has been some talk that it will be distributed kind of like on a vesting schedule, which I reckon would be perfect. But the council, the community votes. Everything is decided by the community. No, there's no like the CEO of Axie Infinity basically deciding what happens. The community decides what they want to do
In the protocol, and yes, it is unlocked, but the idea is you're already accustomed to the staking protocol for the last 6 to 12 months, so you receive this ILV.
Yes, sir. I have been staking aluminum for probably over 10 months. First time I bought my first aluminum when it was like $50, and I am a very happy man.
And you've got a decision to make. You can either sell it to cash in and go, okay, I've made my dividend, and effectively what you sell compared to what we bought, if everyone sold, it should even itself back out.
Which is basically true. But then there's the fact that, I mean, my plan probably will be like half and half, but I'm going to have to play it by ear. Let's have a look at a couple more of these. What is
Louboutins?
So what are Louboutins?
What do you get when you acquire these NFTs?
So Louboutins, they're like that fucking hippo thing, or that red lion fucking burn your face off with whatever weapon that has.
Louboutins, they're your...
And when they have those sales, when they have those mints, it's all going to be on immutable, so there's not going to be any... the gas will be minimal. Also, the land sale, that's going to be a Dutch auction. They're going to start the price quite high, so it's not going to be a shit show like that fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club land deal thing where people got burned spending a bunch of gas on failed transactions. Every single point along the way, it's like they've been watching all these launches going on, and as you can see, talking to these not talking, I wish I could talk to Kieran Warwick if he's tuning in. Fucking let's hook up an interview. But these guys, they mean business. These guys aren't like your regular Tom, Dick and Harry. I was looking at Kieran Warwick's Twitter. He's like fucking like an entrepreneur. He's like buying slices of like fast food franchises and all that. Basically, he's about to become the richest guy in Australia.
They're essentially your avatar, your identity.
Aussie, oi.
Entity inside the Illuvium ecosystem. So again, Illuvium 0. When you log into there, connect up your wallet.
By the way, his brother, in case you don't know, is the guy who came up with Synthenex. SNX. But Kieran's about to slap his big Aussie dong on the table and say, there's a new bro in town. Shit.
Your Louboutin will pop up there. Your Louboutin will pop up in the main.
He'll be like, yeah, my mom says I'm her favourite son now. What are you going to do about it?
Game. When you win tournaments, the idea is to identify yourself with your Louboutin inside Illuvium. Now, the way that we built them is a little bit different than most PFP projects out there, in that there's a finite supply, but not a direct amount. We do it.
Finite supply, but not a direct amount. See, they're learning seeing what has happened with other projects, what has gone right, what needed some tweaking, and what went disastrously wrong, and they're learning from and taking the good points, tweaking what could be improved, and making sure they don't make the mistakes other projects have made.
But the same way that alluvials are finite, in that after a certain...
I mean, how can you listen to this guy and not be like, fuck yes? I mean, finally, there's someone who's like talking confidently about his baby, his project. There's a guy who's basically saying everything we do gets vote on. It's in the community's hands. 100% of all revenue. Obviously, he's bound to have a bunch of Illuvium tokens, whatnot. I don't think he's going to be hurting for money. But 100% of all revenue from Illuvium, all the different parts and cogs of the machine, plus subsequent game releases released by the company, are all going to be... All the revenue is just going to be swelling around, distributed to people who stake their Illuvium. Plus, that has the added benefit of the Illuvium that is in circulation being taken out of circulation and being put in staking pools, thus restricting the supply and creating buy pressure. Oh, God.
Period of time, you won't be able to mint those same base portraits for alluvials anymore. And so the idea is to go and every 3 to 6 months release a new set that you can go...
Every 3 to 6 months. This guy is thinking in terms of like years, if not decades, like fucking Illuvium 2, Illuvium 3, then they might have like Grand Theft Auto with Illuvium chick with the fucking laser sword, whatever. And it's all benefiting
really cool thing about that is
ILV holders, stakers. Shit.
Plus a badge
Goddamn right.
as well. And so you can always go onto the Louboutins section of the website, mint yourself an accessory or a bunch of accessories, and you can really...
Mint yourself. Go wild, bro. Go wild, bro. Mint yourself as many accessories as you want, bro, because... The old Revy distribution, the old dividends, divvies are going to be floating their way into Crypto Frog's wallet. Thank you very much. Please come again.
Start personalizing your Louboutin. The last thing that's makes it even more exclusive and rare and cool, in my opinion, is that you can win a tournament and get like a 1-of-1 crown, right?
Shit, you can win a tournament and get a 1-on-1 crown. Listen to what he says here.
And be the only Louboutins out of, potentially millions of players.
The only one out of potentially millions that has a fucking crown that says, I am a gangster. If you come near me, I will steal all your Ethereum when we fight for Ethereum. Holy fuck, dude.
That's wearing this crown, and it's like, shit, this guy's the OG.
This guy is the boss. You don't want to fuck with him. Basically is what he's saying. But obviously he wanted to be polite. Let's have a look. So yeah, this is where he talks about
this is sort of a...
This is blah, 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 blah. I don't know exactly AWOL crypto what his but he definitely works for Illuvium. Yeah, he's the head of marketing for Illuvium. Andrew Wall. He's the head of marketing. So obviously he knows what he's fucking talking about. So he's on some podcast with some Chad dude. Joking, of course. I'm sure he's not. Well, Chads are nice anyway. I should know. It takes one to know one.
This is sort of a sneak preview, if you will, of the way that the Illuvium
I mean, look at this guy. This guy could be the marketing manager for like fucking an S&P 500 company. Like, he is smooth as silk. He just fucking knows his shit. He presents it clearly. He could go on to like fucking, I don't know, Christiane Amanpour's show, if she's still around, on CNN, or like Anderson Cooper, and talk about fucking Illuvium and he'd be in his element. Or he could come on Crypto Frog stream and just be like based and shit, and it would just be like he will talk to whatever level of person he will talk. I mean, he could go to Davos or whatever and like give it a thing and just be like, everyone, Klaus Schwab be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy fucking aluminum before I fucking enslave everyone.
Franchise, future games, future modes and expansions, if you will.
He's got such a calming voice. He should really have his own YouTube channel.
Can be implemented. Whenever Aaron talks about this and whenever we talk about it internally, any game or property or whatever that we're going to be building in the future.
Did you hear that? Let me play it one more time.
Can be implemented. Whenever Aaron talks about this and whenever we talk about it internally,
ready?
Any game or property or whatever that we're going to be building in the future needs to be integrated on a fundamental level to what already exists.
Boom.
So for example, with land, the fuel that comes out of land will be used in every future Illuvium game.
Yeah.
And so land doesn't just exist for the main game right now. It exists for all games in the future. So this shows you that as we expand the Illuvium universe.
And by the way, as the Illuvium universe, so it's talking about like they probably within their boardroom wherever they are, or they do their Zoom calls, they've probably already planned out the next fucking 3 or 4 games they're going to do. So don't think this is just like Axie Infinity, who basically have their little buy a bird, shits out an egg, and you sell the egg or whatever. They're talking about like a proper team, and they've got 200 plus AAA game developers working on this, and they're already thinking like 5 steps ahead of the competition. And it's just, to my mind, I just cannot believe it. Like when I put a tweet out like, so how are people not seeing what these guys are building here? You cannot see the wood for the trees. It's like, fuck, dudes.
We'll call it, you could insert buzzwords here, ecosystem, franchise, whatever words you want to use. Metaverse. Let's chop it up with our own metaverse. I hate when anybody says they're building their own metaverse. Anyway, the point of sharing that is they're all going to be fundamentally tied together on like a mechanical and fundamental level, a financial level, like an economy level, and then on a lore level, and then also on a hopefully a user experience level, and then some way.
Beautiful.
The reason why I'm sharing that is very different than legacy gaming. That's another fundamental way that that Illuvium is unique. Other gaming studios, let's take CD Projekt Red for example.
Like he's like basically like saying like we're here not only just to like fuck shit up in blockchain gaming, we're here to like fucking wreck shit up industry wide. And plus it's all for the benefit of like people who own a part of the Illuvium ecosystem, people who have some land, people who have some Louboutins, people who stake the Illuvium token, people who have the Illuvium token. It's all one big fucking happy family, and these guys have got it planned out to the letter, and they got like the smartest dudes in probably the whole of crypto, but they're not. You can tell this dude isn't a, like your stereotypical crypto dude. He's clearly a marketing dude, but you can just the passion for what he believes in. Like he couldn't fake the kind of enthusiasm he has for this, and he couldn't fake the belief that what they are planning to do, they are going to do it. It's just like, this is what we're going to do, this is how it's going to work, and it's all going to fall into place because we've got the team to do it. Job done.
They make The Witcher 1, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, and those games have no interoperability of any description. They're just entirely separate games.
So how are they? It's gonna crazy. Like how are they gonna Illuvium 2? And they must have some plan for this. It's far too gigabrain for me. And then when Illuvium 3 comes out, they're all gonna be like fucking intertwined and shit. It's gonna be like, what the fuck, bros? People again. This is just my personal opinion. Say what you want in the chat. But in my mind, like it's just like Illuvium right now is kind of like your chance at like buying into Ethereum when it was like $5. That is just my opinion, by the way, not financial advice.
Games, and the only thread running through the games is
a long-term hold. Of course, there's going to be some fluctuations. Like Illuvium has come down a lot in price since its all-time high, and I've had mine locked in. Whatever, I see it as a multi-year hold. If I ever sell all of it anyway, what's the point? I'll just keep it staking and keep earning all the revenue distributions. It's going to be fucking ridiculous.
The intellectual property and the lore.
Yeah.
Whereas with Illuvium, the threads running through the games is not only the intellectual property and the lore.
He's talking about some Matrix shit here now. Fucking hell.
But also the economy runs through all the games. And then interoperability and functionality runs through the games. And then literally assets that you can be acquiring, such as the Louboutins, will run through all the games. So the connectedness of the franchise in future titles, because of blockchain technology, is game-changing.
Game-changing. Crypto Motherfucker said, threw 80k into Illuvium at 1300. So you bought the all-time high, sir. Well, as of now. Want to know what it is now? Probably way less. I'm not phased, though. No, you shouldn't be phased, in my opinion. I'm fucking buzzing as fuck. And also, sir, have you heard of DCA, brother? Now, the final one. So we got Andrew Wall, head of marketing for Illuvium, and you got Kieran Chad, Gingerbeard. You say Ginger Chad, what are you going to do? I mean, come on. You could at least have a shave once in a while, Kieran. Fucking hell. Anyway, so why give 100% back to stakers? Now, this is what I am très interested in. D-Lock Okmo says sold at $800, but think come back to Illuvium. Think that might be the smart place there, but no financial advice. So why give 100% of everything, all revenue, back to stakers? Let's have a listen. I haven't actually watched this yet.
Why the decision there to give 100%? Why not 99? Why not 95? Why not 90? Why not some much lower number 50, whatever it is, back to staker?
Just think about it. They could have really just put it as like 90 or like 75. Oh, we need 25 for like to keep the lights on or whatever. And most people would have been like, yeah, all right, that sounds great. It's still getting 75%. Thanks very much. But they're like, no, fuck it. 100%. Go for it.
Why give everything back to the people?
Because of the network effects of doing that, right?
Yeah, the network effect. See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys are like seeing things. Like, these guys have clearly thought it through so immaculately. And you can see by the way the game is shaping up to look like. It's just like everything has been thought through so thoroughly, and any mistakes made by other projects have been looked at, dissected, and these guys thinking, no, fuck it. If they thought they might have been veering down that road, scrap it, let's do it another way. And if something went well in another project, oh, maybe we can take a little bit of experience from what happened there. We can kind of put that into our thing. And he's talking about network effect. I mean, they're seeing it as like, why earn an extra 20% when we can have the network effect of making this game absolutely go bonkers, and spread like a virus around the world, and by giving 100% back to stakers. Fucking, it's gigabrained, yo.
People are going to spend more money in our game naturally because they feel like it isn't going to a centralized entity.
Absolutely.
They feel like they can recuperate the money that they invest into our game, but it's very much a DeFi philosophy that I just wanted to adopt. And obviously,
you can see when Kieran was like getting into it with the ILV CEO. You can see that he's very much a old schooler when it comes to decentralized and how DeFi projects should be run, and DeFi projects should be run for the people who are in the community.
it's super crazy. Like it's scary, right? Like when we were first talking about it, it was like, how insane is this? If you imagine, an exec walking in to the riot officers and saying, hey, I've got this crazy good idea. Let's just give all of the profit back to the people who are playing and who are our, stakers and whatever. It would go down like a lead balloon. But we thought about it and we saw the network effects of what's happening with DeFi protocols and the adoption that they were getting over the past, 2-3 years. And we thought, what if we did that same model? Now, we're not going to earn as much as in personally the creators of the game. However, if we have, 10 or 100 times more players.
Now you are talking. Tell me. These guys absolutely know that they are going to absolutely wipe the floor with the competition. It's not even close. It's like a prime Mike Tyson walking in the ring, I don't know, with Crypto Frog.
Because people feel like it's a much fairer ecosystem to be in, then the smaller percentage that we have is going to be worth a lot more. And so it's essentially because we believe it's going to create more value over time rather than, just keeping it all in this central location where, no one else gets any benefit from.
Got it. So rather than all the money going to the top executives or to the board or to the earliest advantageous investors, the idea is you want gamers to be playing Illuvium. You want the community to rally around this. And so by distributing the revenue back to those people that are actually making the product successful, that's going to be a better long-term strategy than just banking those profits to the higher ups, like you'd normally see in a for-profit publicly traded gaming company.
Correct.
Absolutely music to my ears. Holy fuck, dude. Like, it's just incredible. I'm retardedly bullish on Illuvium, and I want to see it with my own fucking eyes, bros. $2,549 to Axie Infinity. Fuck Axie Infinity. I've always said that I'm almost certain that Illuvium will be a top 20 market cap, possibly top 15 within in a year's time from now. Remind me in a year if you can do that on YouTube. But if it was top 20, then it'd be $7,000 a token. If it's top 15, it would be quads 11,800 a token. And let's have a sneaky fucking Dogecoin. Almost 17,000. Oh, baby. So yeah, the launch is in with touching distance. Land sales happening June 2nd. They're in discussions about how the distribution to stakers will go through. Then the game, I believe, will go into open beta sometimes towards the end of June. They're going to have all the alluvial sales, and then the game will be coming out end of Q2, start of Q3. And then we go to the moon, baby, in my opinion. Not financial advice, of course. I hope if you watch this, Andreo says 10,000 Suno market is wrong. To be honest with you, I don't know what to say apart from, yeah, I think the same as you, bro. EF Frog. How many you got, Frog? Answer, not enough, sir. But I'm all locked in staking. And every month or so or whatever, I just compound that gravy and lock it in for another 12 months because I don't give a fuck. Let's keep fucking going. I don't want to be one of these fucking retards like, oh, definitely going to be 100x, blah, 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 blah. 100x from now would be like ridiculous. But, I mean, a game that, a token project that's going to like revolutionize not just blockchain gaming, but like gaming as a whole. I mean, you got people playing like Fortnite or like the Rings of Elden or whatever it is on PlayStation. Wait until people realize, and plus, without a shadow of a doubt, these guys at Illuvium will have deals set up with all the big Twitch gaming streamers, without a shadow of a doubt. Once the word spreads, it's gonna be like it is long term. It's the definition of long term. Don't think about what the price is today. It's one of the very few cryptocurrencies I don't really give a shit what price it is, apart from when it's lower. I like to scoop some and shove it in staking for a year, because that just means my revenue distribution will be that much more large, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this stream has gone on far too long. Please subscribe, tell your friends. Almost up to 11.5k subscribers now. Must be doing something right. Jesus. Disclaimer. All the opinions, etc. I put out in this stream are entirely mine, and what you choose to do with your money is entirely up to you. And what you choose to invest in. Crypto is a high-risk venture, blah, blah, blah. But I think Illuvium is probably one of the, if not one of the safest top 5 crypto projects, because it's already, the proof is in the pudding, shall we say. Thumbs up for the algorithm. Your viewership is greatly appreciated. If you're already a subscriber, click the bell so you get the notifications that I'm coming to you live through the power of the internet. Thumbs up. We are going to make it. Illuvium is the schnizzle. Crypto Frog YouTube is the schnizzle. Share it with all your communities, your friends. If you're in the Illuvium community, share it around. So I might try it later in the Telegram group, see if I don't get banned for sharing external links. There you go. But I've been banging on too long. So you can earn Illuvium from playing the game. You can earn Illuvium, you can earn Ethereum there. Problem with Illuvium, that unlocks start happening mid-June. Yeah, but they're vested over like a 12 to 24 month period. So don't worry about it too much. So I'm buzzing. Anyway,